Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
2nd and 11.
Flush to his right.
7-yard line.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
4.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Edwards now on 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd.
On the option, Jackson will keep it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. On the return comes Webster. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own
set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, 73 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Ravens 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
Tackle made.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Jackson. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
49.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Pernell McPhee on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards.
On 3rd down, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st down,
Rams. They'll run. This is Brown. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff escaping the pressure right. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
now a run with Akers. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Goff on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, it's Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal. Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They go with Brown. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this one through the uprights and good.
The score, Rams 15, Ravens 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. And this will make it into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 now. Goff, incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Back to throw, Goff. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 11. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Rams.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
A gain of a yard.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Woods. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Ravens 30.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Ravens.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The score, Ravens 20, Rams.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
3rd down.
gun on third down. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, but the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by Marcus Peters.
Going right back to Akers. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll move the chains. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first. They'll run on first. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
It's a game.
We have played 3 quarters. The National Football League. Trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carry for Brown, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll run on first down. Akers.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Goff and Tyler Higbee hooking up. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. Out of the gun, Goff. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
From the gun, Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Rams 28, Ravens 20. Matt Gay says
so they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got daylight. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 73 yards. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 26. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And getting Moving this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
At the 47-yard line.
Second and 12. Now gone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That's into the hands of Reynolds. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout
It's a gain
as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Los Angeles.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
You know, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they had plenty of leg.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
At the Rams, 29.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown.